This is not a debate over compassion. This is not a debate over who cares more about the people in Joplin or the people in Vermont.
There are people over on both sides who are not conducting them in a parliamentary fashion.
House will be in order. The gentleman from Massachusetts is recognized.
This is a debate about what the Republicans, what the Tea Party has decided to use as an excuse, as a guise to finish off the revolution that the Democrats had put in place that changes our relationship with where we get our energy from. Big oil and big coal have fought solar, wind, all-electric vehicles, biomass, geothermal, that entire revolution, because they know that it will eat into their profits. And so a disaster occurs that each of us wants to respond to. And the Republicans responding to the oil and coal industry says, this is our chance to kill the revolution that makes it possible to have vehicles go 50, 60, 80, 100 miles a gallon without oil, no oil, that makes it possible for us to have wind and solar generate the electricity that will fuel those vehicles without sending greenhouse gases up into the atmosphere, which is changing our climate and leading to these storms, leading to these floods, leading to these disasters that then need FEMA, need the relief that we give to these families. So they take the chance, they take the opportunity to kill the very programs which are the solution to these disasters which are being created here in our country and around the world. The agenda of big oil and big coal. And the temerity of it all is that they know that the automotive program has already created 39,000 jobs in our country over the last 3 years, and that this one cut that they're talking about tonight will kill 10,000 jobs over the next year. In the solar industry, and by the way, they cut out $100 million in solar and wind guarantees as well. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, there are 85,000 jobs in the wind industry, almost all of them created in the last 4 years. There are 85,000 jobs in the coal industry. In other words, in the last 5 years, wind now equals the entire coal industry. There are 100,000 jobs in the solar industry, and last year we were a net exporter to China. 100,000 jobs in solar, 85,000 jobs in wind, and it is the future. The oil industry laid off 20,000 employees over the last 3 years. Let us talk here about the future, about young people, about this planet, about backing out the oil from OPEC so that we can tell them we don't need their oil any more than we need their sand. That's what this debate is about tonight. And under the guise, with these crocodile tears of how much they care about the victims, as though it's any greater than on our side, they're using it as the guise to kill these programs. That's what it's all about tonight. That's why we're angry. That's what this is all about. And we resent. I yield to the gentleman from Washington
Isn't it true that these alternative energy programs all create jobs? I yield him one additional minute.
Gentleman's recognized for 1 minute.
Don't they create jobs, these alternative energy programs? So instead of just having the automobile program that creates jobs cut by $1.5 billion, now they're taking $100 million out of another program that creates jobs for the American people. So this is a double header.
Yeah, they could have taken this money out of the $41 billion worth of tax breaks for the oil and gas industry. But no, they take it out of solar. They take it out of wind. And by the way, wind and solar with the same amount of money creates 5 times more jobs than an investment in fossil fuels does. So they keep the money in for the programs to create 3 to 5 times less jobs than the program they are kneecapping here this evening. That's what this vote is all about. Under the guise, I will be more than willing to yield to the gentleman.
Is Solyndra part of the revolution that the gentleman's talking about?
Solyndra will receive no money under this program. Who will receive the money?
Time of the
Detroit
gentleman.
I yield
Time of-
15
Indiana
seconds.
will receive
Gentleman's
the money.
The
recognized.
Solyndra
50.
program was started under the previous administration, under the Bush administration. The last day they tried to force it out to have it approved, and it was turned down by the good staff at the Department
Solyndra
of
will
Energy.
not receive a nickel under this program. The oil and gas industry will receive that money as they tip.
Time of the gentleman
consumers
from
of our country
Massachusetts has
upside
expired.
down and shake
The gentleman
money
from
out of
Kentucky.
their pockets.